this area could as well just... that's the foreground. Okay, good to know. We have found a door that we cannot really open. Because it's only open, you can only open it from the other side. It's pretty mean, but understandable. It's typical Metroid. So, not that much surprise. Could I? It would be beneficial if I could manage to do this jump. Thank you. Crazy. No. Wait, this doesn't help me. I think. I have the distinctive feeling that at some point we might get the ability to cut down those green plants. Yes, indeed. Those green plants. What do we get? A slow death awaits your foes. Okay. That's beneficial for me. I assume it makes them poisoned? The thing is, I cannot check what this ability really does. It only gives me a vague description. Which is a tad annoying. Now that's a rather bog room. Or should I say it's a rather large room. And this is clearly not the way I should go. This is going to kill me, isn't it? It's a lot of damage I'm taking there. Okay, this is definitely not the way to go. There's a few enemies, is okay. That's not the way. I try not to fight them if I can. Mostly because I see that they are difficult. Like, not insanely difficult, but like, I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest. Like, sure, there's a minimap, but I barely look at it because I'm far too busy trying to dodge these guys. I can go through that. Okay. This is a big room. Eschaton Bedel. Something. I'm not entirely sure if I should be here. Is this good? Is this bad? It's mostly bad. Okay, I get it. It's a room where you can get something, but you clearly need But you clearly need to fight the room first. Wow. One shard left. That's, There's one down? No, actually it's not. What are you? That's a new symbol that has no explanation. Unless that means boss. I guess it means boss. I think? Maybe? Or mini boss? I don't know. It's not ability shrine, nothing. Oh. Interesting. Also, no explanation for the crystal room. Strange. AKA, I should go left, but then down to go this path. So I might be able to unlock. Ah, right. That was that room with the opening mechanism behind the door. I remember. I remember. You know, all in all, it's a really fun game because of the being Metroid like makes this game of course very interesting. Like backtracking, finding out how to open a path and so on. The usual, right? So yeah. Ooh. Stretching. Hydrating. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. Let's... I'm curious if I can open at least that door. So I wasn't even near any of the ability shrines. So that is apparently a boss thing going on there. Okay, so let's see. Go left. And then go down. And then down left. Let us see where this is leading. So we go here. To the left and down. Right away down. Not into that. Down here. Further down. Now we have to go somehow to that other place. Yeah, you know, guys. Come on. I like the enemy design, especially the Eldritch stuff. Is really, really nice. Let's be honest. Another room like that. Okay, so we are blocked again. Okay, that's disappointing. Because that basically means we are more or less stuck, but actually we are not. could assume that there is a strange ability to proceed in this part. Why this? This does nothing. It does one thing. It pushes you down. That it does. Actually, down here. These guys are actually not as bad as I first thought. To be honest. Now this is the one thing, it pushes you instantly down. And because of that, you cannot get to that stuff there. These guys can deal quite a lot of damage if they want to, especially if they come in masses like this. Wow. Rah! Oh boy. Hungry boys. Hungry. Okay, here's a little bit of quietness. You know, it's funny because the game is built around tight spaces, time for enemies. And all of this area is more or less tight spaces. And I'm like, that's not very helpful. Yeah, okay, I get it. Flying enemies. Yeah. Okay, we want to go to the right if possible. And that hurts. They hurt. There's also a part that a lot of games do that, and then there is a good portion of games that actually don't do that. And the thing is this: when you have a game that is all about keep watching your life bar, and granted, they let me get the ability first here. Cannot get this yet. Like, granted, you're this small person here, right? But it's still like your life bar is still, usually half a screen away from you. And when it's so essential to know what your life is, that you can react to it, I always feel like the life bar and the essential things you need to keep an eye on should be near your character. like for most games, they usually put like a life bar above your head or below your character. Just somewhere where you actually see what's actually going on. And I feel like this game would have I feel like it would have improved the game if they would have done that here as well. Like giving you this life bar and like this entire bar that is there, at least the life, like over the head of your character or below your character, somewhere near the center of the screen. Because you're so busy dodging stuff and your focus is always the center where your character is. And then in the chaos of dodging enemies, trying to have a look at your minimap, where to go, and then also still keep a track of your life, I think it would have helped to have some form of indication about your life on the character, be it as a bar or something else. If you want like I think to this day, one of the best examples of a user interface is still, and I just forgot the name. Are you kidding me? One sec. My brain is like, hi. Ah, there we go. Dead Space. Right. It's the best part when you talk about something and you're like, Dead Space. And then you come to the part where you mention it and it goes like, no. So Dead Space. I think Dead Space, it wasn't the first game to do this, of course, but it's the most, let's say, mainstream game and memorable game that many people know. I think Dead Space did this extremely well, because in Dead Space you have your character and the spine part of your armor represents your life. It's a light, like it's a separate sectioned light on your back. It represents your life bar. You always have it in front of you. And even better, you have like additional abilities that use an energy source. And that one is also on your back in form of a circle. So you always know how much life you have, how much energy you have, and everything else is basically in augmented reality. That when you actually use your weapon, you always see your weapon has this many shots left in it. You have still so much ammo for the weapon, and so on. And it's things like this that make a difference. And I think in Dead Space that was solved so well. Like, it's perfect. Like, you have an armor, you have a suit, and the suit itself, which you always look at, show you life, energy, and the rest is integrated as augmented reality. A gun, you hold it, about to shoot, you see exactly what's going on with the gun. And I understand that is difficult to pull off with specific other games, because you cannot make like you cannot make like a game that plays like in current times and say like, Oh yeah, they have an LED strip on their back that represents their HP bar. It's like, no, that's immersion breaking and makes no much sense. Unless this character is like some crazy guy who runs around with clothing that has integrated LED stuff, then okay, I get it. I don't know. How would have I solved this? That's pretty difficult, especially since this character right now this character is like at the biggest size you see the character. But more often than not, this happens where your character becomes even smaller. So putting the HP bar as a thing of your character is probably not the easiest. But would it be impossible? Probably not. Probably I would have done something like, you know, this guy, right? See this black guy who's doing the red and green stuff next to me? I almost feel like, what if you had done the following? This cloak, why not turn the cloak blackish with a green glimmering shine on the edges as a representation of your health is fine. And then it gradually starts to become like yellowish, red, but in a way that has a lot of contrast and saturation, like almost like a neon feeling to it. So you would have an indication directly on the character. Then again, this character was designed pretty well in a color palette that makes very much sense. The white cape, of course, is here to provide contrast. So making the cape black would have destroyed this contrast on the character. So it's just an idea, an input, what I would have at least tried. But yeah. So we saw that below it was also blocked. There it seems also to be blocked. And up there is like an boss. I feel like the game basically wants me to go left, up in this big room, but then to this part, so I can unlock like a shortcut. Most likely. So at least let me try to go to the left until there, and then we need to go up. I will try. No guarantees, of course. So here we are. So first we need to go to the left. Here. Correct. Now we need to go up. Okay. Further up. These flying guys are not the best because their attacks is their attack is like so silent that it makes it a little bit difficult. I need to look at my map, bro. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I get it. You like me. I like you too. As long as you leave me alone, I like you too. Man. You guys are hella annoying. Okay. We need to go to the left, but we also need to go down. Which I hope that we can do. Go up. This is not what I want. Really do not want to go up. This is correct. Give me a moment. Further down. A little bit to the left, further down. Could you calm your butt? Like for a second. Either to the left or to the right. Okay, we cannot go to the left. Well, as we go to the right. Yeah. Flying enemies are annoying because you can barely hear them. And that makes them mostly annoying. So further down. Here. But now we want to go to the left. Further to the left. Down, left. Okay, story time. Let's try to fight these enemies off. So I can do this. I love the voice, the bass in this voice is so good. Love it. Like, I can't even do it right now. Also, they really did an outstanding job at this voice. Like, it's really nice. So far from the story part we heard is like, this is apparently like an eldritch society, and then humans came. And he also talks about this in a voice of like us, in the sense of like the nobility of like when he says like us, I'm not entirely sure if he means his kind, or is he using the noble expression of us, we, like back in the day when kings said like, we cherish your visit, but speaking only of themselves. Very, very interesting. The world and the story are so intriguing. I love it. Like, it makes me want to know more, and it also makes me want to see, like, here's another game related to this world, but it's like something else, not what you usually had with this game. Like, it's different. Like, both are intriguing. Like, I'm also curious if those are like backers or the devs. Slow death awaits your foes. We had this ability before. I still think it's probably poison. I assume. You also have always to look out a little bit, because game has overworld bosses. The eye is a vista. There's the ability. Now that's tempting. But also tempting is that there, a shortcut. But the shortcut is an ability gate. So I think we need to go in here. That's not very nice. It makes me think I have to fall. I have an idea what the ability might be. Alcove of Grief. Now that sounds very nice. And by very nice, I mean horrible. Okay. This is like... So new enemies here. Potentially. A lot of damage, regardless. Yeah, this is not a fun part. Yeah, look at this. Holy shit. They melt through my shield. Like it's nothing. But hey, how about 8% crit? I'll take it. Charges, shield. I feel like at this point I want to concentrate on damage, if possible. Something like this. This, but I already have that. Here as well. Reduces the number of charges needed before a finisher can be unleashed. Also, I didn't read this. We work closely with our soldiers. Accumulating data always improves our weapons. Valkyrie Science Team. I think I didn't read this one. No, I read that one. I remember that one. Vitality Prototype 07 shows satisfactory signs of success, despite our wishes to improve it. Eva Vasiliev. Like it really, the story where what we heard so far was really, this is our world. Someone came inside here with science, with technology. It's against our way. It's unholy. We pray to the gods below, to the lower gods below. This is eldritch territory invaded by, I assume, humans. Here's also a damage upgrade, but I don't have enough shards for that. But yeah, wait, did I get a perk? I don't even know. No. still the only 3 perks. 2 perks, actually. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. I have a new area, and I can imagine one of the abilities that I get in this area. I think I know. I don't know which one it is, but I can imagine that one of those 2 abilities is one I've seen in the trailer, which would make perfect sense because of this room. Not this room, this room. Yeah. So, it is some progress. It's not the right direction of progress, because I should actually go into the first area and do the other battery first. But I feel like it's okay if... I also like that you can go to other areas and not bound to the first one, to explore those things and try your luck there. That's good. It's better than having like, here's the first area, you have to do all of it as far as you can with your abilities, and then you can proceed to the next area. But no, you can literally go and explore and unlock other areas, get other abilities, probably sooner than the game actually intended it to be. Intended it you to have it. So yeah. In general, I'm still on a positive side towards this game. Which, if you watch the VOD of it on YouTube, especially the last part, you might understand that I'm a little bit cautious. Because in Jotun I wasn't so happy with the game at the end. So I was pleasantly surprised so far that this game is much better. But it still can turn, of course. And I will see. But this is a good stopping point here. Let's go back.